But the real manifestation of it is imagining in your brain what you have to do to get to the end result.
Oh, totally.
So you train your brain to accept the hardship and the challenges and the work that's yet to come for you to get the end result.
No, totally.
And this way, when the challenges and the hardships come, you're mentally prepared for it because you already saw it in advance.
Yeah. You
What
know,
do you think about that?
100%. And I could even add to that and elaborate on it.
Let's do this, man. I don't think they need introduction. This is the episode 3 of the series.
Here we go.
The notorious Kevin Maxwell is back. He's back in the Purpose Over Pleasure room, dude. Oh,
Well, thank you for having me, Alex.
Of course, bro.
Appreciate it.
Like I said, this is serious. This is a prequel to the future Black Book series.
Yes, the Black Book
This is
series
the
is
warm-up.
on the way. This is the warm-up. So
Yeah.
it's building and building. It's not ready yet. The story is not complete. But
No.
once it is, you all will hear the tale of the Black Book of Cube World and Kevin Maxwell.
Yeah, bro, the whole TV show, bro.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. The future's bright for us, you know. I mean, look at the strides we've made since the last time I was on your show. It's exciting. You know, the opportunities are bigger, better. The bookcase is bigger. The
Dude,
room
it's
is
badass.
larger. You know, with your African mahogany imported wood and that we got from Newport Beach by Fashion Island and brought here custom made to fit your wall, along with our collection of books that we took from all over corporate America, from all of our clients that donated them to the cause of purpose over pleasure. So, yeah, it's nice to be here, Alex.
Good to have you, bro. What did we learn this week, bro? We learned a lot.
Yeah, well, we learn something new every single week. You know, it depends on who you're talking to and what time of day and what type of business or person or thing. But we learn a lot. You learn, as always, you can't trust anybody but yourself. Dude,
Start
just-
off with that shit, bro.
Yeah.
We can't trust anybody.
You just can't.
Hey, you
can't.
forgot to mention new chairs, bro.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
these are
Courtesy
dope,
of
huh?
CubeWorldUSA.com, we have new Purpose Over Pleasure podcast chairs that are the satin gray with the 5-star chrome base and are ergonomic with a tilt and adjust as well. So, you know, nice with the Coalesce side table. Feels good to be sitting in first quality furniture in a first quality show.
We gotta make that. We gotta make that cut out sponsor video or cut out. Yeah, sponsor video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to make one. Well, for
Yeah.
not just this, but the other podcasts we're going to be
Yeah.
involved in as well.
But I'm like
So
just
it's-
changing the chairs. That should people give people an idea of like the style change.
Oh,
'Cause one day we have like all white leather, then we have like black, then we have mahogany, then we have Slovakia chairs, the
Yeah.
brown ones.
Well, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. When you have unlimited and you believe in infinite abundance, everything is possible and you could receive anything. So in order to receive, you must give. So I see by giving and supporting Purpose Over Pleasure, it's going to continue to grow, educate the audience, educate the people, and show them what really high quality, you know, furnishings, goods, and business is. We're big on donating, on helping. We work with nonprofits, charities, governments, Fortune 500s every day, you and I, and they're very grateful for, you know, what we do for them. And we're very grateful for the opportunities that they give us so we could create great shows like this with wonderful furniture and reach audiences all over the world.
Not to mention that we're actually legitimately big on sustainability, not just on paper.
Yeah, huge.
Like we
Huge,
there's a
huge.
minimal amount of stuff that
yeah,
goes
so,
to waste.
no, yeah. So
I think-
we, as you know, save
Yeah.
thousands.
Everybody likes to be about environment, you know, about sustainability, but nobody really cares. But we do. We do.
Yeah. Well, there's very few people, you know, especially with the end of life cycle of products and goods and industry. There's so much waste. There's so many
Yeah.
landfills that get ruined. There's so many habitats that get destroyed. There's communities that are famished due to the deforestation.
There's an island size
happening.
of Texas, you know, the ocean
Yeah.
of trash.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? We have to like swim around it now. It's insane. We're a parasite. If honestly, if you think about it, humans, we're sort of are a parasite to Mother Nature, this
Yeah.
planet. Like, I think we produce a lot more harm than we actually do good
Well,
to
that's-
to the planet itself.
That's why eventually Mother Nature restarts itself
Yeah.
on everybody and takes care of,
Dude.
depopulates the humans,
You
and it's probably going to
cannot.
happen again.
Cannot fuck with Mother Nature.
No, you know, a plague, it's a typhoon, a flood,
Yeah.
a hurricane, fire. There's so many ways to
Yeah.
get rid, and that the earth has changed when, you know.
But
things
I
have
read
happened.
somewhere that I think they figured out somehow there's certain number of billion years. Every so often, the Earth like restarts completely, like completely.
I think so.
Like to the point there's new DNA species out there.
Yeah. Yeah. If we're not
but the good news is like the last one was not that long ago, so we got time.
Yeah. Not in our lifetime for sure.
Yeah. No, like we got millions of years type of time. But I think we're gonna kill ourselves before that even happens.
Yeah, it'll probably self-implode, you know. Well, now they have such powerful telescopes that they're seeing other life forms on other planets,
Yeah.
you know, undisclosed, you know, moving bodies with a
They
thermal,
see bodies already?
not human
No.
bodies, but like moving structure, like animals, like organisms, things moving out there in Earth-like planets with vegetation.
I know they find Earth-like planets as far as like the vegetation, the finding the water there and sustainability and stuff. At least for humans to live.
Yes.
But I don't know. I haven't seen anything that's zoomed in to the point where we can see life moving.
Well,
That'll
you
be
can't
trip.
zoom in, but they
Yeah.
know there's movement
Oh,
of
yeah,
life
yeah,
on
yeah.
the Earth. You know,
Bro,
that
we
you-
can't be the only ones.
No. But
we
they
can't
know
be
in
the
order
only
those
ones.
habitats support life, so the life's being born through organisms on the
Yeah.
Earth. So it's being evolved, you know. Just like you put in a petri dish, you know,
Yeah.
and you grow cells, same thing.
You know what's trippy? I always think about that. If you look at a planet, let's say somewhere that's 100,000 light years away, right? And you're
Mhm.
seeing dinosaurs.
Yeah.
But at this moment when we're seeing it right now, on that planet there's probably a human civilization because
That's what
it
I'm
took
saying.
that trips me out, man.
Because the light takes so long to travel.
That's crazy. They already evolved.
They've already
Probably
evolved
multiple times.
multiple times. Things have happened, wars, cities.
Or they're
being
looking
born.
at us, they're seeing dinosaurs
Yeah. And we're
right
already
now,
here.
and we're already here.
Yeah, because it's
That's
so
crazy.
far. That's physics. So, and that's how you got to look. That's what I'm saying. So what we're seeing there, vegetation, all that.
Yeah.
Imagine 100 million light years later.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some stuff there, right? That's already there right now, which we can't see or get to ever, because it's too far away.
You know,
Unless
it's
you
also-
unless you travel
You know, it's
through a
also
portal.
scary. Sometimes I look around and the society nowadays, and I'm thinking, God, please don't make us the only species on this universe.
Yeah.
It's scary, dude. Where
There has to be
people
something
like,
else.
do some dumb things.
Yeah. That's why you just gotta do your best to just do everything you can to succeed. You know, that's why we're trying to explore space and find out more to be better overall.
Oh, tell them about the rocket company. Can we? Can we now?
I think we could now that it's over.
What do I have to say the name?
Yeah, we won't say names because
Yeah.
names are sensitive here.
Yeah.
But we'll say we took in a very big rocket company. So
Like legitimately a rocket
the
company.
last time we were talking here, Alex and I were talking about entrepreneurship and business
we were talking about the
industry and the 900
yeah.
stations. So we've not just furnished the largest rocket company and the largest privately owned. We've also liquidated one of the largest, and they're both competitors. So while we're furnishing one rocket company that's one of the richest men on earth,
I'm sure they can figure it out.
in Florida, we're liquidating his competitor here in California, who's downsizing and then selling the assets to other space companies all over the country. So it's a beautiful thing, and we're saving a lot of people money and a lot
Yeah.
of things. But those 900 stations that Alex brokered and the Cube World supported changed a lot of things for us. So, as I said, we're in a much better position.
Yeah.
The name is growing, the brand is growing, the deals are growing, the liquidations are growing, and you could just look at what we've done, or our reviews, or our website, or LinkedIn, or come right here to Huntington Beach and see for yourself what it is. But we've created something out of nothing in a space that was an empty shell just a few months ago,
It was.
and is now a thriving multi-million-dollar business through multi-states and about to go international this month. We've been doing international deals, but
Yeah.
we're international franchise this month, opening doors in other countries, and then we're doing international call centers next year, and we're going to keep growing and growing the brand and the awareness and help create the creative space and incubation that other entrepreneurs such as yourself and many others need to make their dreams and aspirations come true into a reality. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited to have you as a part of that. And I know that we're pioneering a great thing for you and all your followers and everyone listening and watching to come join Cube World and Purpose Over Pleasures, different programs and training camps and business ventures and ideas and investments that we have going on. So that way that you too can make your dreams come true and make a good amount of money in whatever capacity you believe being here. So Alex, I think you could elaborate more on that too.
No, I'm just saying for all you entrepreneurs out there who are kind of shy or scared, the industry is moving in a different direction right now, and it's a lot more friendly, a lot more colorful, a lot more exotic out there. And some of you might think, "Oh, look at these chairs. They're new, but maybe they don't fit in with this bookshelf because it's a different style bookshelf." But that's what the industry is about. It's all about standing out. It's all about the flame. It's all about the statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
what we do. That's what we do, especially with phone booths.
Yeah.
That's a statement piece.
Yeah.
Art piece. Chairs like this. That's a statement piece, man. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, some of our phone booths are $30,000. Brand new, and we help people make that statement for a fraction of the cost.
like
And
literally.
yeah, and literally enjoy that for years and years to come. Then they could sell it back to us, and we'll buy it back at a less cost, but also give them whatever else they need for their new location. So we do a lot of trade-ins, a lot of buybacks, a lot of sales, a lot of designs. Just we help people. That's what we're trying to do, and
Essentially,
grow.
we do.
Yeah, and
We're-
now,
We're
now
like
to
the bridge.
yeah, now to
the
the
bridge.
platform of Purpose Over Pleasure podcast has now created a pathway for Cube World Media, the other company we're working on, to start leasing out podcast space and doing custom staging and events and structures and sponsorships. So now too, if you or any of your followers need podcast space,
Mhm.
Alex and I offer those services too.
Streaming, editing.
yeah.
Don't forget about the.
DJing, turntable.
Dude, that thing
we
is
have
fun.
full Pioneer CDJ 3000 setup with turntables, everything next door, turbo sound speakers, 2500 watts, and it's nice. Collaboration station, everything you need here, in
Cool
HV.
stuff.
We're making it nice and comfortable and fun to go produce or go back to work or design or do business. And this is where entrepreneurs come from all over the world to make $1 million deals happen.
What we have doesn't exist. I mean, walk into any. I'll use the word designer furniture store.
No, yeah.
Let's go to the high-end designer furniture store right now.
Yeah.
It's still not what we have, dude. They don't have no podcast studio
No.
with all the entertainment. They were having DJ studio and collaboration.
Street
all
Fighter
that.
2 arcade
Street
machine
arcade
downstairs.
machine. Bro, what do we have coming to this warehouse? Pool tables, street
tables.
arcade machines, some
Yeah,
I don't know, art,
espresso machines.
like really cool stuff sometimes.
yeah.
Sometimes
Really
weird
nice stuff comes out of our
Yeah.
clients' liquidations.
Yeah.
And we use all that to create more and to create a nice environment that's comfortable and fun and creative for everyone to produce. That's our
Yeah.
goal.
I think the cool part about that is also working with other companies, seeing what they're about.
Yeah,
That's not mentioned what kind of companies we see out there.
all kinds.
All kinds.
All kinds.
Like you wouldn't even think that this kind of stuff exists. But
Yeah.
it does.
No, it'd blow your mind, some people we work with, all the way from the top governments to people are in the gray area to people that are foreign investors, venture capitalists, politicians, and we do everything.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, mayor's offices and city halls, and we sold to the White House before and different people. So
We did
when
have a politician on our team too.
yeah, we do. We have a good politician on our
Yeah.
team, and once you help people, they don't forget that, and once you sincerely really do your best to try to change someone's views for their own benefit, then that's success, because you're trying to help someone out of the goodness of your heart be successful, so they could help you be successful, and you could feed off that energy with each other, and together ultimately create something that you didn't have before. Was an ultimate combined success with both your energies and efforts that's stronger than you guys apart.
Yeah.
So that's what I love, and to inspire people like you and others, and watch them grow in business and industry and build things and change people's lives. That's, to me, the most powerful thing a man or woman could do for somebody. And I think that's our purpose here, our purpose over pleasure,
Yeah.
as you call it.
Yeah. Because pleasure is everywhere, dude. I mean, you can find pleasure
Oh yeah, I saw
on the most minimalistic level, but yeah.
yeah, like there's this plane I saw today, the Love Plane in Vegas. I'm going to the Love Plane for sure.
I love playing.
And
What is
it's
it? An hour?
Yeah, hour
An
of
hour?
fun. It's like undisclosed, and it's nice. You fly around in a private jet, and you join the Mile High Club, and you bring up to 3 people as long as they don't weigh under 900 pounds. So
Over that.
yeah, over 900 pounds. So it's
Yeah.
pretty fun.
It's
So I'm gonna
entertaining.
go take that plane trip, take a lot of other trips, and just enjoy life. So there is time for pleasure, but in due time. First, you have to do business and earn that first. But good balance. Balance is important, you know. Balance.
What you know that saying, work hard, play hard.
Yeah.
Why? Why did I say that? Why is it that when you work hard, you have to play hard? First of all, do you have to play hard?
Yeah.
Second of all, like, what if you just want to chill, or it doesn't give you the same level of satisfaction after you work really hard? Because
No.
sometimes this shit is stressful,
Yeah.
like very stressful.
I can't chill. So I don't know. I have no chill in me. Like I feel like the more you chill, the less successful you are. And yes, we gotta chill, we gotta balance, we gotta relax vacation sometime. I get that, or else you go crazy. I get that too. I've done that before.
Yeah.
But you get to a point where you don't want to chill because you're losing money every time you chill. Real billionaires, real millionaires, like my partners in Houston, it was people I know down here, our landlord right here who owns all these buildings, they don't waste a second. So, you know, the way he operates, I'll tell you two different situations, okay? Two different billionaires that I directly work with. One's my
Yeah.
partner, one's my landlord.
So
So,
one of them called us today, didn't he?
yeah, he actually pocket, hey! It's like, oh, shit, I didn't mean to call you, Kevin. And I was like, hey!
I don't see you sweat like that over phone calls, and it's like you were sweating, but you're like, oh shit, like I gotta answer this one.
Yeah, no, it's
Okay.
important. you know?
Everybody, shut the fuck up.
Well,
Hello?
there's some important people you got to
Yeah.
answer. You know, everyone has someone sort of above them. Even if you're your own boss, like
Yeah.
there's still always someone pulling the strings. Not necessarily in your life or your business. Like no one in my life, but there's people I respect, I answer, I look up to, take their advice into consideration, and they control a lot. You know,
Yeah.
they own a lot of stuff, and what words they say have so much weight.
Yeah.
They're life-changing words. So I take that to heart. But it was exciting. What did I tell him? He says,
Yeah.
oh, it's so great to hear from you. And I said, yeah, I can't wait for you to build the 100,000 square foot warehouse across the street because we're going to be right up for that. Close down our other 3 ones and just grow right into that. And it's going to be beautiful because besides this warehouse that we have now and the other ones, we're going to have Cube World USA, Cube World International, and Purpose Over Pleasure, and Cube World Media Warehouse. And we're going to have the whole entire block right here in Huntington Beach, a couple 100,000 square feet just to the ceiling. So we're on the way there. As the podcast evolves, people will see this. The hard work, dedication, motivation, that's what takes us to get there. And it's important that, you know, we practice that every day with conviction and know our goals and know what we want and know it and attain it at the fastest, most ethical, reasonable way we could. And as long as we methodically work towards those goals, it's what happens. You know,
Yeah.
like I told you, Alex, it's levels to everything. There's always going to be levels. And I keep learning new things every single week, every single day, right? I tell you the things I learn even some days. I learned in this last month, I don't need anyone at all within my company to try to tell me what to do or try to not work or take money or not do what they say they're going to do, because they end up costing me more frustration than it is ever paying them or their salary or their bills. And as soon as I made a few adjustments in my company in this past month, I've been so excited. You know,
I mean, numbers don't lie, dude. Even if let's take out the energy out of the air, right?
yeah,
Let's look at the numbers.
yeah. I mean, when you do double what you did last month, this month, and with less people, that's amazing. It
Yeah.
just shows you where your energy was going to. It's going towards a place that didn't need it, and a place that was sucking it dry like an energy vampire, which I hate. And, you know, I'll be the first one to drive a garlic state right through the heart of an energy vampire. I fucking hate them.
Dude, energy vampires, man.
I hate it.
Why does that exist? I don't even know. Like, why are some people like that?
Because they leech onto you. You know, they have nothing better. They have to take everything out of you just to feel something themselves. They feel nothing inside. They're
That's
cold.
so strange to me. I don't even understand how that feels.
Yeah.
I've never been a hater. If anything, if I see somebody doing better than me, the only thing that comes to my mind is like, fuck, I gotta step my shit up.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
I gotta ramp it up. I'm doing something wrong. I'm not doing enough.
Yeah, exactly.
But never,
Exactly.
oh man, like hating. I don't even know how to imagine that feeling.
It's like all the haters in business, right? I had the big intellectual conversation with the deal related to Starbucks. Not with
No,
Starbucks,
no.
but I just bought all the assets out of a Starbucks building.
Intellectual conversation.
Yes, that's what it was.
Mhm.
And a dealer and I went back and forth, and I won't say names, but he thought he knew more than me. He age discriminated me. And
That happens to you often.
yeah, it happens to me all the time. And he tried to bicker with me, and he tried to renege on me on a decently sized deal after we already had written express contracts. And I said, absolutely not. I said, that's not happening. I said, that happens. I'm dumping all this shit in the parking lot and I'm done in this and that. And I told him how it's going to be. And all of a sudden, once I came up and stood up to the situation, held his feet to the fire, well, it started to burn really quick. And he didn't like it. And then he said, you know what, Kevin, I'm sorry. You're right. We're going to go with our original deal. And I said, you know, it didn't have to come to this. And I said, if anything happens strange or sideways, I'll make sure it goes back 10 times harder. He says, no, don't worry, Kevin. Everything's going to be all right. And so here we go. I get on a plane next week and we find out. I bet it will be all right because I'll be there. But I bet if I didn't go,
Yeah, that's the thing.
I'd get robbed blindly.
You always have to go, dude. You always have to go.
I'd be blind. So, you know, moral of the story is go and make sure it's good.
Even when you go,
Even when you go, it still goes bad.
It still goes bad sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, the inevitable happens, right?
Yeah.
That's when you got to be quick on the fly and think on negotiating right on your feet, and you make the best deal ever for you right there, like how I did with the rocket company last week.
What's the difference between, okay, let's say in any business, for example, where there's a product for sale and there's a person to purchase? Why do people do that? And they do that shit quite often, to you, to me, in business in general. Like, they promise you something and not deliver because somebody offered them some more, something, or some convenient factors in play. Why can't you just do, like, ahead of time, say, okay, that's your best price, cool. I'll still have an open window for the next 24 to 48 hours. Unless somebody beats it, it's yours.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
You can. You can allow somebody to bid.
Ethically, sure.
But is it because if you promise somebody, like somebody that promised me something yesterday on a deal, shook my hand, extended their arm to shake my hand, first on a deal, and then now it's just excuses of why shit is not happening. And we'll see. Maybe shit is not happening because things get complicated.
Yeah, it doesn't sound.
Or is it like somebody promised some more and now we try to funnel it? Now is that business ethics or what? Or can that person do it?
That's business ethics 101. Yeah, so they got an F in that class for sure. And so, look, I used to be a commercial realtor. I used to be an insurance broker. I used to be several things. And with all these professional licenses, one of the hard things in part of real estate principles they teaches you before you're ever a realtor is ethics. And there's a whole code to it, and there's bullet points and lists of it, and there's a way to study, and there's a way to implement it, and there's a way to practice it. Hardly anyone knows those these days. It's so freaking sad. Everyone wants to be an entrepreneur or a businessman, or they have this idea or they have that. And they think that because they just have a name or have a few clients or know somebody or this, that there's entrepreneurs. They're not. They're just little day by night flip dime bag hustlers. That's all they fucking are. They piss me off. And I hate fake dealers like that. I hate fake entrepreneurs or fake professionals. And
fake professionals.
It happens everywhere, right? Like I don't want to slander or defame anyone, but I could name names for days and days and days and days and days that are very well-known names in this industry and other industries and technology and science and all those sectors of scandalous people that do scandalous shit every day to come up a lot of money, millions of dollars, and all kinds of people. I've seen small scams from, a few hundred, which I got scammed last night for a few hundred, to by my own, people. So
I think, okay, look, we can't always attribute to maliciousness what can be articulated by stupidity.
No, it's just retarded. It's just retarded. Yeah, it's just fucking retarded, dude. Some people fuck themselves over to fuck you over. I just never get that.
But then it comes like, if the person is so dumb to that extent, like certain individuals who failed during Trump's attempt assassination, like horrible job on certain professionals' part, right? Because they should have highest standards, right? That's dangerous. That's like borderline category where you have to like have serious repercussions. Like the director, she had to resign.
Yeah.
But her, I don't know, did you watch her testimonies? Oh my God, man. Oh my God, that horrible. She could not answer any questions. A director, Secret Service director, right? The person who started her speech by saying, yes, the train stops with me, I'm in charge, could not answer a single question.
Because she's never really in charge. She's controlled. She's just a politician. She's the one putting the front face to take the shot for everybody. So she's just fall girl.
No,
it's all like
correct.
It's all bullshit.
There's no other explanation for that. There's no other explanation for that.
Someone has to take the fall, or else
But then there's during Ronald Reagan assassination attempt, right? The director, he resigned, but he had different statements, and he owned up to it immediately, and he was like, "Yeah, this and that happened."
She's probably a
but
liberal
this one
was
Trump. Just I don't know.
So he probably
I don't
doesn't
know.
like Trump.
I don't know.
Think about that. The
Something to
same
do with
people,
liking
the same
okay.
people paid to protect you hate you. Yeah, they'll smile your face. Yes, president. Yes, boss. I'm a liberal. I'm a Democrat. I hate Trump. And then low key, when they'll turn their head, oh, I don't know what happened. Think about it. That's just like
But at that level, this cannot exist. It's not acceptable,
it
man.
does
It's like
exist.
us not doing business with somebody. Well, like me
It
and you
does
have certain,
exist.
but like for the most part, we
How
don't
about
care as
how
long as
about
you're
all the
not.
racist people in this industry?
Yeah.
You know, super racist.
Yeah,
Mexicans racist towards whites and whites
yeah,
racist towards them.
yeah.
Either
Different.
both ways, you know.
It's like
How about
mafias.
Paisas racist towards Cholos?
Yeah,
Cholos hate them.
yeah.
And they all fuck each
Within
other over
themselves.
low key. Fuck crabs in a bucket, you know. It's
Bro, the crabs in the
crazy.
bucket, like in Hispanic culture, is big. It's
Yeah.
it's pretty decent in my culture.
Yeah.
But at least we don't like hide it. We call people out
Yeah.
pretty bluntly to their faces. But I noticed in Hispanic culture, unfortunately, and, I was talking to my wife about it. She's Mexican, and even she would tell me like it's kind of it's like a cultural thing. Crabs in a bucket. Certain other cultures have that
Yeah.
too, big time.
Especially.
And then you have other cultures that help each other out, right? Again, I don't want to
Yeah.
drop names, but we all know certain cultures are very tight knit. They take
Like
care of each other.
Asians.
Yeah, Asians are one of them.
I know.
Yeah, I respect that.
It's better than the other ones. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, there's positives and negatives to every culture. I love them all to some degree. I hate them all to some degree.
yeah.
I've had 2 interracial kids, and I've been married 3 times, so I know what it's like. And I've had people too. My family are white supremacists and crazy as hell, so it's not good
Yeah, I got
either way.
racist in my family,
And
too.
then I've had known black people that hate white people, and they say you're the only white person I like.
But
or
that
I'd hate
supposedly doesn't exist. There's no such thing as reverse racism, Kevin.
yeah, that's
Apparently.
retarded.
Isn't that also racism?
I didn't ever heard. I'd tell them they're stupid. as
Reverse
fuck.
racism is racism.
Yeah, this is the thing. You either are or you aren't.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. Either like it or you don't. It doesn't matter what color or place you come from.
I mean, the feeling sucks. Like, I've been discriminated before by my own people due to their ignorance of not know who I am and what my culture and background is. So I was like, okay, I'll just attribute it to your stupidity versus your racism, But it's I don't know. Some cultures just breed that, and it's unfortunate. I hate seeing these cultures take advantage of their people. Not gonna name names, but it's sad. Like, why are you guys doing this to each other? Your hard work and your ethic and is up there. Yet you always try to shit on each other,
Yeah.
and it's just why not succeed together?
It's unfortunate, It's like with light-skinned people and dark-skinned people, certain cultures, not even just African American, but others. The lighter you are, the more you're hated by the dark-skinned people.
Mhm.
The darker you are, the more you're accepted by the culture and the race.
That's everywhere though.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, in Europe,
Yeah.
in Latin America.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a cultural bias and norm we become used to, over time. People just said, oh, that person's lighter, that person's better,
Yeah.
that person's more godlike or Christ-like or more pure, because all the religious symbols were placed as white
Yeah.
people. So that was always the ideal, the fair skin, the white. And, in Filipino culture, they pray for a white child, a Dasai child, to have a child with a white
No
person.
way.
Yeah, they pray all day for it.
Oh, I mean, I know they like that in
Dude,
their
no, they love
families,
that shit.
but I know that they pray for it.
No, they're stoked on
That
that
explains a lot of marriages I know.
Yeah, I know.
Like all of them.
Dude, I know a lot of them. So you have a kid with the Filipina girl. Their parents want her to be white. If you're white, if you're
Yeah.
dark, her parents are gonna not like, because culturally
Mhm,
they were
mhm.
ingrained since they were small kids in the Filipino islands that the darker people are more indigenous than our islanders, and the white people are the foreigners that come with money and opportunity and things like that. So in their culture, it's ingrained in them to go light skinned is more opportunities and a better life. Facts.
That's kind of dumb.
That's facts. That's how it is. That's
Yeah.
how they see it. That's how this is facts. But
Because
that's true. That's true. If you have lighter skin, you have more opportunities. White privilege. I had a friend text me a white privilege card, unfortunately. I think it's funny. He's fucking awesome.
I saw that.
But it's like, dude, I
That
don't
person
feel
doesn't care.
I don't feel he doesn't care. He's just one of those people.
Yeah.
But
What a good-hearted person.
good-hearted dude to help
Yeah.
anybody. But
Yeah.
I don't necessarily feel that way, I don't. I do get white privilege for being white, like the way certain men talk to
Yeah.
me, like, "Hey, buddy, hey, brother, hey, man, how you doing?" But same thing that Paisas say to
Yeah.
each other. Hey, compa, hey,
Compa,
compadre, hey, paisa, no pasa
Paisano,
nada, all
yeah.
the shit they say, right?
All day. We hear
So-
that here all day.
Everyone has their groups, everyone has their cliques, and everyone has their views. At the end of the day, what makes you successful and really good, and what makes me, I think, a decent international businessman, is getting all those cultures and people all to work in tandem and together to create business, enterprise, jobs, and opportunities for the community and the globe. So for me, that's what inspires me. That's why I speak several languages. That's why I travel so much. That's why I try so many different things, and that's why I live my life the way that I do. So I would say that's really the key to success, uniting people and bringing them together for a common cause.
Dude, I agree, man. I think having a large network of people definitely helps you in life. Definitely. I mean, how many times do we have to contact different attorneys?
Yeah.
Just in attorneys, bro. Like, just in attorneys, I have over a dozen. But it really helps. It really helps. And I always say this: I don't judge myself based on my own accomplishments. I judge myself based on the people I surround myself with.
Yeah.
Because if you judge yourself based on your own accomplishments, yeah, it's important to acknowledge your hard work. However, you don't want to let your ego get in the way. That's egotistical. But if you look at the people around you, and they're good, successful, kind, honest, hardworking people that are there to help you, and you're happy to help if they need your help, dude, that tells something. That judges the character. Hence the saying, right? Show me who your friends, and I'll tell you who you are.
Yeah.
I'll show you who you are.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I've enjoyed what we built here, Alex, in Huntington Beach. Now it's just you and me here. It's freaking awesome. I mean, we have a lot of other people working our company and for us and do things for us, but there's no other real people that have a say in this building other than you and I. There's no one we have to answer to. Everything's chill. Everything's peaceful. Everything's simple. Everything's easy. We get what we want. We do what we want. We come. It's really nice how we have it set up. People would die to walk outside your warehouse, not just your store, or your warehouse. 10,000 square foot warehouse right on the beach in Huntington Beach and feel the ocean breeze hit your face. It's a beautiful feeling. So for me, knowing where I came from and the struggle I had to do for years and years just to get here in business, to get back here, because I started here and now I'm back several times over, it's a lot, and it's a sacrifice, and it's a grind, it's a hustle, and it's your whole life. And now I'm basically enjoying the fruits of my labor with you and enjoying it with you, and the fruits of your labor, which well deserved. You've done a bunch of cool things here with us and many, many more right now to come. I mean, just pending in the next month, you have like $100,000 you're bringing into sales. Just pending, already known. Not including what more is coming on track to do millions. So if you keep up that momentum, I mean, imagine with all the work and industry and proceeds and profits, the lives you could change with that. Oh, it'll be huge. It'll be huge. And then there goes your purpose. And then now you have the finance and the funds to accomplish your goals even faster. And then your goals happen, your dreams come true, and the idea grows and grows.
Yeah.
The same way it is with mine. And the more people I tell about it, and the more I speak about it, the more excited people get. And that's what you want to feel. You want to inspire people. You want to motivate them. You want to get them up off their seat and let a fire under their ass and never going to go out. That's what people always remember from you and always take to heart and die with that till the end. So, that's what we're doing here.
You know that they say people will forget what you've done for them, but they will remember how you made them feel.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Everything's an energy, a feeling. And I think that's why some people like me or hate me, because they either really like how I make them feel or they get really pissed off about
They
it.
really hate how you make them feel.
Or they really used to like it and I don't make them feel that way anymore and then they still hate about it. So that's what I always wonder. I'm like, okay, you say this person's so bad and you say all these things about him, and then
No, go ahead. I'm going to read the quote that I saw yesterday, but go ahead, please.
And then all of a sudden, you're the worst person ever to them. Well, you weren't saying that when you were with them every single day, laughing with them, eating with them, fucking them, chilling with them, traveling with them. And all of a sudden, ass motherfucker, that's what you are.
It's like I always say, don't break bread with somebody you wouldn't start with.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a quote I want to read you. Some people are going to be mad at themselves because they listen to the wrong people about you.
Oh, I've heard that.
How good is this?
Dude, you've seen that in my life every day.
Yeah.
How about the one that just called me from Warner Brothers?
Yes.
How about that one?
Yes.
Ah!
But then the question is, what do you do in that situation? Because we all had the recent retribution thing that also happened to you. Oh, yeah. Now, I remember yours recently, just a few days ago. That story.
That was awesome.
So how do you handle that?
That was awesome.
Because you can handle it. Yeah, you can handle it two ways.
The best thing ever that happened to me. That was, if you believe in the devil, right in front of me, fucking smiting him in his face, wall robbing him at gunpoint. That's what that fucking was.
That's a metaphor. It's
Motherfucker.
clearly clarified to
metaphorically, right?
metaphorically.
Yeah, no. Theoretically, through a fucking
Yeah.
story of the Bible.
After time, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, the bottom line is, retribution.
That's how I felt
Success.
metaphorically.
Success.
It's like my success made you come here and give me money.
Mm-hmm.
There's no better feeling than that. No better feeling. And someone that utterly hated me, someone that talked shit on me, someone tried to deny me, someone that tried to blockade me in my industry, someone who helped put my mentor in the grave came and apologized to me and saluted me and said, yes, sir, I salute what you've done here, and I'm happy to work with you and be honored if you take my money. That was the most retribution I've ever had in my life. Yeah, it was wonderful. And there's much more of that to come with many, many more people that are going to bow down and feel that way too. And I can't wait. That is what motivates me. That's why I work so hard every single day. And that's what its a fire under my ass and why I do what I do for days like those.
I think universe finds ways of doing things. The more I learn about this, the more I make myself better, the more I try to open my eyes. You see it more and more. Sometimes the universe serves you crazy things. Sometimes even small, minuscule things. So we had a client who's the CEO of again, it's not a bad story, but just keep the names out, right?
Yeah.
Or
else all of a sudden the attorney's gonna be
one of the largest snack companies in the nation.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And we're working with the CEO and his assistant, and the assistant is not well versed in the ergonomic and the functionality of office furniture, but rather in design and aesthetics of it, right?
She picked a nice looking chair.
Nice looking chair, but horrible quality.
Yeah, and I told her that.
I've never seen that chair. Have you?
Yeah.
You've seen that chair?
Yeah.
Okay, I never have seen that chair.
No, it's a junk chair.
It's a junk chair.
Yeah.
It's junk. It looks great on a catalog picture,
Sure.
but it's trash within the month.
Oh yeah.
I never seen that chair, and I went the next day to meet a client randomly at a different school on campus, and they had a desk and a chair that they were throwing away. And the chair they were throwing away was the chair that she suggested.
Out of all the millions of chairs.
How bad it looked. Out of all the millions of chairs out there, that was one chair somewhere like at the last bungalow of a college campus. I would, randomly, just there, they were throwing it away.
And the same exact color.
Same exact color, but it looked horrible in real life.
That was wild.
That's why we're throwing it away.
Yeah.
And we sent it to the CEO, and he was like, yeah, no, scratch that. We're going to stick with the stuff you guys initially.
Yeah.
But just, it's a small thing. Coincidence? Maybe. But when coincidence happens over and over and over and over again.
And that was the point where we won the CEO over. And he said, I trust you guys implicitly. Whatever you guys want to do, let's do it. Let's rock with the good design.
Because what happened later today, with a larger, more expensive item, okay, which was also kind of given just a pushback with.
Yes.
We were able to overcome that because he trusted the judgment and opinion and our articulation about it. Look at this. Look at that chair that.
Yeah, no, it was a $10,000 difference in 1 second.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, and I was honest with him, and I broke it down. I says apples to oranges.
Yeah.
And I really broke it down, and the quality and the difference, and where it's made and origin and manufacture, and the materials and the handling of it, and I dissected it down to the glue and screws. And when you're that honest and that transparent with the client in person, they truly appreciate that. And they know that out of the goodness of your heart, you're really just trying to do your job to help them get the best deal and quality stuff for their place so that they could be the number one company in business that they can be. And he felt that. And he said, you know what? Let's go with the better, more expensive option. I want it to look top notch. I want impressions. I want when all the big CEOs of all the food companies of the country are there, I want them to know that it's Cube World Table and that it's very well built and it's going to last for years.
I mean, when you have a new office on a top floor in downtown LA overseeing the whole downtown, you better make sure you got quality furniture, man.
Yeah.
You can't.
And everything's getting top notch, So I told them the table's got to match, or else we're just going to look bad, and you're not going to be happy. And I don't want you to not be happy. And I know the customer service is my number one thing. I know your number one thing. That's what you and I love. We love our clients, our customers, our followers, our viewers. Without you guys, none of this is possible on so many levels and so many places around the world that we have people, thank God, and the universe supporting us and our shows and podcasts and ideas is why we've been able to be successful together and why we're able to tell these stories all the time and have many, many more stories of continued success on the way. So if you or any of the viewers of Purpose Over Pleasure or Cube World want in on what we are doing, we also offer joint venture programs. We also offer asset control, storage solutions, marketing, sales opportunities, brokering, dealers. Alex and I are serial entrepreneurs. We're do real estate, several things. Basically, anything that can make you guys money that we could help you with our skills, knowledge, licenses, businesses, or professional expertise, we're happy to do. And that's why we're here to create these entrepreneur opportunities for all of our viewers and all of you.
That was well said. I actually want to add, man, Google reviews, Yelp reviews go a long way.
Yes.
So all you guys who left, all our organic reviews on Google for
so
World,
many. Yeah.
thank you guys. All of you guys, thank you so much. And we take pride in those.
Oh, yeah.
Those are good, honest reviews. Those are not bot. Those are not manufactured. Those are real people. And hopefully some of them are watching us. And thank you guys.
Yeah. And I know some of them do. Some of you guys do click on. So thank you. And people we've worked with, you guys are awesome. And we're excited in the future to host many of you on our podcast and upcoming shows. And there'll be a bunch of great CEOs and high-ranking executives coming through here as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I was listening to yesterday? Mel Robbins had a podcast episode dedicated to manifesting. I know you manifest. I try to, and you taught me things. She said, when you make a vision board, basically she said we manifest things wrong, general public, and we make vision boards wrong. We make a vision board, we just slap on pictures of what we want as an end result, right? Ferrari, beach house, blah blah blah, sexy body. But the real manifestation of it is imagining in your brain what you have to do to get to the end result.
Oh, totally.
So you train your brain to accept the hardship and the challenges and the work that's yet to come for you to get the end result.
Oh, totally.
And this way, when the challenges and the hardships come, you're mentally prepared for it because you already saw it in advance.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
100%. And I could even add to that and elaborate on it.
Go
So
ahead.
I've done even more than vision boards. I do precise detail, what I call strategic goal setting. And so a vision board is great. Don't get me wrong. I could put up 1,000 pictures on a wall and I like them all and I want them all and I'll probably get them all eventually. But the way that I've attained it very fast, and it's funny because I was looking at this next to my bed. I have this little cool rip and dip next to my bed, in my bed where I sleep in. I have this little notebook, leather note, rip and dip with the cat and a little string and stuff. And on New Year's, I wrote my set goals that I wanted, which is like my vision board. So I took everything on my vision board and I put it into a systematic list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way down to like 35, I think, were what I wanted to accomplish this year. And I put it in the likelihood that I perceive to accomplish those goals in chronological order. So I basically looked at it and I said, all right, step 1, pay off a van, get another van. Step 2, get another truck for the company. Step 3, buy 3 large companies' inventory. Step 4, fill up another warehouse. Step 3, buy racking for another warehouse and equipment and machinery. So I itemize it, but at the end of all those, you add those up, it's the goal that I wanted, which is another multi-million-dollar corporation that was built within a corporation this year, and the story's not even over. So this year is the year Cube World International launched. This is the year we started touching other countries in person and doing presentations and sales and all that.
Yeah, you're going to Mexico.
Yeah, Guadalajara for the Intercontinental Business Summit. I was invited, and I'm a guest speaker there. So
that's a big deal.
Tune into that. There'll be links, videos, I'm sure, all that.
We should drop roughly when it comes out.
To
this episode.
Yeah, we'll drop it in.
A direct link.
Yeah.
You better ask him, be like, yo, can we drop it general public on YouTube?
Yeah. It's at a big resort, convention, all that stuff. It's gonna be fun. I love giving speeches. I love meeting people, and I love telling people the idea and the success of what we've done. And now, about a week ago, I opened the book. First time I opened it all year, and then it was time to cross stuff out because the half of the year went by already, and I started crossing things, boom, 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 without even knowing I'd already accomplished all these goals because they'd planned. And then I adjusted a few. So I drew some arrows between like 3 and 6, 6 and 9, and I moved them around which ones I could accomplish faster or were more important to me at this part of the year. And then watch, by the end of the year, I'll not have only accomplished all those goals, but exceeded them, and as well as set myself up for a bigger year next year. And that's how you calculate exponential growth. And so that's how I do it, and it works very, very well. Everything I write down comes true. Everything. I mean, even Mila, and I had a bunch of complications while she was trying to get pregnant. And it was hard and difficult. Well, as soon as she came to me, with tears in her eyes, said, can you please write down that you want a kid and a baby and make it come true? And I wrote that into my goals of last year that was going to come for early this year, and it sure enough came true immediately when I wrote it down, and I started, trying to execute that goal.
Dude,
So
it definitely exists. Definitely
yeah,
exists. I've seen it happen to you because we will talk about it. How many times did we talk about some shit or we need something and we don't know where to find it and it falls on our lap?
all the time.
All the time. Okay, happens to you, happens to me. Uh, I see it happen to you, you see it happen to me, right? And now the question is this, and I heard that from somebody, from a friend of mine. She's, she goes to church like I do on Sundays, but she goes to different church. Um, she said, be weary of that because sometimes that's the devil doing the work. Because we're not supposed to manifest our own things because we're just children of God. We're not gods. And if you manifest something, you almost pretend to be a god. So I battle with that because in my mind, I know I'm a decent human being. I know you're a decent human being. We work hard. We're honest. We're not out there to screw somebody over. And good things do fall on our lap, and we do put it into good karma bank.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying I'm a god. I'm a child of God. But then that happens, like good karma comes to you. So what's wrong with that? I don't know. I battle with that, man. What do you think? Is that like a devil's work or is it?
No, I think it's all trickery. I think it's all trickery. I think
What's trickery?
The whole idea behind that. I think someone put that idea in place in order to have more control and seem like someone else is in control, like God, because their book taught them that they twisted the words and that God is in ultimate control and you're in no control. So some people read the Bible differently and interpret it differently.
How many versions are out there, dude?
Bro, hundreds. Okay, you tell telephone. Go tell telephone 100 times on a Bible is this thick and see how well it comes out. That's what happened, bro. I mean, you gotta look psychological. I look anthropological. I look culturally. I know the Bible very well. I am former Christian, former baptized Catholic, all that stuff. And I hope there's a God if you're hearing me out there. But I don't
think
know.
there's God, man. I think God and the universe is the same thing.
I hope so. Well, it is. To me, the universe
to me,
is
it's
God.
the same. Yeah.
To me, the universe is God. So there's a bigger power, for sure.
Oh,
Just who knows what it is. But it's not someone who has an ego. It's not someone who's jealous. It's not someone who gives a fuck about what you're doing. All this dude does is want to create life and expand his universe and network. He's a creator. He's not there to really judge you by what you're creating for yourself in your own life. You're supposed to enjoy your own life. You're supposed to be fruitful. You're supposed to be happy. We work hard so we could have nice things. If we were all like-minded sheep people like they were in the crusade days, and we would all just be herded and just pray all day and give our tithes so the government could control everything and build massive churches and palaces made out of gold. I mean, it's fucking retarded, bro.
With Catholicism for you. That's
why
why
people did that.
I don't ride with that too much, man. Like I'm Christian.
Yeah.
I've been baptized. I'm also very familiar with Islam because I was born in a Muslim country. But Catholicism was one thing I was like, even just as a kid studying history, I was like, they did that?
It's
They
crazy.
killed this many people?
Yeah.
They built it? Like, really?
But-
For God?
But even Christians too, they kill a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
they're all murderers.
Oh, yeah. Well,
so
I think at some point in history, and I can point out it in Christians and in Muslim people and in different religions that killed a lot of people.
yeah, to spread what they believe is
what
right.
they believe.
So guess what? None of them are right. None of them.
Technically, yeah. Then who's to say which one is right?
That's the point.
That's not the question.
That's the point. Muslims wrong, Christians wrong, they're all wrong.
Because then you have what? You have one book,
Yeah.
Quran, and you
Yeah.
have so many versions of the Bible.
Yeah,
And I'm saying
exactly.
this as a Christian,
Yeah.
riddle me that.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And then you look at different civilizations. They all in the religions they're kind of the same. There's the sun,
Oh,
there's
they're
the
all the
God,
same.
and
Sun
there's
God,
the woman,
the
the Virgin
flood,
Mother,
and
and it's like why are they all like copies of each other? So
There it is. It all comes from the same person, but it's a twisted idea from
Yeah.
all of them. It goes way, way back to the beginning of human civilization on this turn. But when you look at it like that big, like I took every history course I could in college. That was one of my minors. I loved history.
history is great, dude.
So, you look at it and you're just like, it's ignorance. It's ignorant. Anyone who follows a religion blindly is ignorant. All these people are all trying to get a connection to a higher power. Imagine if we all just worked as a world for once as a community, forgot all the names and languages and places and history, and just respected the higher power that's out there. Oh, there would be no more wars on Earth. How about that? Immediately, it would solve all wars. It would solve all employment issues, and then immediately there'd be a bunch of work, and there'd be no more famine if everyone could just get along for a year. But it'll never happen because these people were bred since twisted ideologies, and Palestine has been bombing Israel since they were this big, and all their brothers and cousins and friends have been blown up and killed since they were a child.
It's like inbred hate.
It's in what it is.
Like in your DNA.
You're
type of
born
thing.
in that
You're
shit.
born with
yeah,
that.
you can't get it off you. You can't. It's
you,
so
you
deep.
believe that? I think it's like I think
Yeah, it's deep.
It's embedded in your DNA. Like just be that.
Yeah. Well, it's deep.
I
It's
hate-
deep-rooted hatred. Deep-rooted hatred.
Because you can teach hatred the same way you can hypnotize somebody.
Of course.
You can mind control somebody into killing another person and then
Yeah,
make
yeah,
them
yeah.
forget it.
Oh, totally.
We know people that happen.
Yeah.
Some serial killers.
Yeah. It's a learned behavior.
Yeah.
It's a learned
Yo,
behavior.
you're a therapist.
I mean, coming from a
I'm
former
not a therapist, but I know
psychologist. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was in that field before, way back before business.
it's all possible.
But it's all real. Psychology, mind control, deception, hypnosis, body language, telepathy. There's a drug induced. There's so many ways you could control people and manipulate people's reality and their whole lives and minds, and eventually let them live and thrive or survive or die. And so there's so many case studies of isolated incidents and people and places and things where they're two of the exact same people but in opposite places with different lives, and they're completely different.
yeah.
But yet at the core, they're still
The
the same
twins theory.
person. There's that, yeah. And even with cultures, you put a African American person in New York is different than one in California. White person in
From one in
Florida,
Midwest.
yeah, white person in Florida is different than one from San Francisco. Okay, but that's my point. Environments, they're no different people.
Mhm,
It's just
mhm.
where they're raised.
Learned behavior.
So that's what everything is a learned behavior. And you could teach anyone almost anything, how to be or act or learn. You could train people, put them on leashes and treat them like cats and dogs and walk them around dog parks and
yeah.
all
that,
types
that
of
is that is happening nowadays.
all types of things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's just the society of this world. But, what can you do? That's why you just got to live your best life and let people do what they're going to do. They're not going to change everyone. Can't.
I think karma. If you even if you're not a religious person, you don't believe in God, I think you should still believe in karma.
Oh, I do.
Because that, I know you do and I know I do. That will keep you in check. Because if you're about to do something evil or bad, if you know that karma might get you, might not even get you, might get your children, might get your grandchildren.
That's how it gets you. Yeah, it's not
And
even
it gets
you.
you. Like before you die, on your deathbed. Like karma has no expiration. There's no statute of limitation on karma. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like recently, a friend of mine, yeah, he broke up with his girlfriend this year. Well, she broke up with him, or like over text or some shit. And he comes to find out that a few months later, she has like a baby gender reveal party. Can you believe that shit? And dude, I don't want to wish karma upon anybody, but if there's one person who deserves it, that would be her. That would be her. And he's like one of the most honest, good-hearted, kind, loyal men I've ever met. One of my best friends.
Yeah.
So, like I said, man, if the karma does exist, and I know it does, she definitely made it on that list.
So she had a kid
For
with
sure.
someone else?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like, the math didn't add up to that 9 months, brother. It was a few months after the breakup. You following me?
Yeah, that's gnarly.
Right?
It happens all the time.
It does, though.
Fucking crazy.
But when it happens to somebody like you love, man,
It hurts you, yeah.
It hurts you. Like, it makes you angry.
Can't trust anyone.
Like, we
Everyone
broke bread together.
Remember this, everyone has a sneaky link. It's fucking sad, dude.
It's scandalous,
How
dude.
about this? I was at my friend's
Bring the
my
mic.
friend's house who's married to a dude, and she with my other friend. And
Oh, yeah. That's
she's-
scandalous, too.
She's trying
Scandal.
to fuck me and everyone else while she's married in her husband's house.
Some of these
While her
women are
husband's out
scandalous.
making money paying her bills in her brand new AMG Mercedes.
Scandalous.
That's
Sometimes
the life of Orange County housewives.
sometimes you see, like, dude, the first time I saw that person, I was like, oh, scandalous.
You are
can tell
that
the
one,
vibe.
yeah. You already
Or remember
knew.
that chick that made a comment one time, like an average 6? What would you give her? You know what I'm talking about, right? And she made a comment.
I
You know,
could afford
she
him.
made yeah.
That was
He makes
gnarly.
he's an attorney. He makes enough money to afford me. I was like, bitch, you're a 6 on a good day. Like, who do you think you are? You can afford me.
That's the LA blondes for you.
Yeah.
Because they get with these simp ass men with small dicks and fucking shitty ass lives who make a lot of money, and they just fall for them. They sucker for them. They let themselves just get fucked up by these girls and be financial slaves to them.
That's what I hate about OnlyFans, man. Hundreds of thousands of men, like the idiot that tried to shoot Trump, like they pulled his OnlyFans account, $1,500. $1,500 this loser spent on OnlyFans.
Wow.
Did you know? Yeah. And there's hundreds of thousands of men of guys out
losers.
there. And that's what irritates me. Like, forget about her. I don't give a shit about her. Women gonna be women. Whatever. That profession exists, and will exist. What pisses me off is these boys out there, or the men out there, right? Simps, like you said. just do that kind of shit, man. They're empowering these hoes to make so much money, and they have this fake status and fake feeling that they're important, but they're not. They're just the three-letter word. That's what I think is wrong. It's totally fucked up. Like, OnlyFans has corrupted the fabric of society.
You think so? Only.
I think so. Come on, dude. Like, if an average 8 with makeup on, his 8 with makeup, right, can make $350,000 a month on OnlyFans, and I know one,
Yeah.
which is what, 4 mil a year, a little over, bro. Something's wrong with that. Something's wrong with that. It's just not even to me. I'm a man, whatever. But to other women, it's like the 2044 Olympics. The
Yeah, that's funny.
female got beaten the shit out of by a
Oh.
biological male
In boxing.
in front of the whole world.
In boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
Imagine you train your whole life, you dedicate your entire life to make it to the Olympics, and you get beat the shit out of by a different gender. That's
I mean,
devastating.
I just wouldn't compete. I'd be like, this isn't fair. Disqualified.
Yeah, but the whole you're representing your nation, bro. Come on.
You're gonna lose though, guarantee.
I know, but I'm not saying that. I give you respect and props.
I would tell him, dude, this is cheating. Red flag. Red flag. I'd make a scene. I'd make a political statement out of it.
I made a video today, and I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if I get canceled. But every single one of you guys, if you watch the Olympics, if you support it, and you at the very least didn't even say nothing when you watch the man beat the shit out of a woman on television, you guys are cowards. Sorry. Sorry, dude. It is what it is, man. It's like those
the
people.
comments fill up.
I don't give a shit, man.
Fuck
It's
'em.
like, okay, when I was a cop, right? You go to a
Yeah.
domestic violence call, and you clearly
Yeah.
see a woman who was beat up by a man, right?
Yeah.
Man is an asshole. He deserves to go to jail. But you know who else deserves to go to jail? A person who saw it and decided not to say nothing.
Them too.
Or seen it happen before, he didn't say nothing. Did nothing. Took no action. That's a coward too.
All of them.
So if you watch the Olympics and you watch a man beat up a woman and you're okay with it, you're a coward too, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I say how it is, man. There's nothing you can tell me about it. And you know what the funny part is? Where are all the feminists?
Oh, they're gonna blow up your comments. That's right.
Well, I don't give a
Fuck
shit
'em.
about either. But
You're gonna have to
where
respond
all
to all of
the,
them.
just tell me where are all the feminists at. I'm sorry, dude. You know,
They're like a hidden dying breed. They only come out when they're needed. You know, feminists don't really like me because I'm so forward at the way I talk. But secretly, they all want to get fucked by me and get tied up and get fucked in the ass. You know, but they're feminists and they
That's
wear
weird.
Black Lives Matter hats and shit like that. And then they just want to get brutalized. It's fucking crazy.
It's weird.
you
I mean,
know?
if I haven't heard some of them say certain things to you, I'll be like, Kevin, you're talking out of your ass. But I've seen it happen. I've seen they make those remarks, and I was like, wow, you're literally wearing 3 letters on your forehead, but you're saying these things? Like, wow.
They say the craziest shit.
It's the
I've
crazy
heard the
shit, dude.
craziest shit.
Crazy shit.
Sexually does not match what people do to what they dress and say. I'll tell you that very much. And if you believe anything otherwise, then you're a fool. You know, once you know people's true intentions, a lot of people do exact opposite of what they are. You know, it's freaking crazy. It's crazy, dude, how people are.
Is that like judgmental thing or is total hypocrisy?
It's really a total hypocrisy.
Because you can be like, I don't know, get your freak on, whatever, do whatever you want with your wife and your loved one as long as you're like legal and not hurting anybody. But don't go out there and criticize others.
Well, yeah.
But then if you like out there with posters claiming something and then you do something completely opposite in the bedroom, you're a hypocrite.
Well, of course, dude. You know how many gay guys come up to me all the time? They come to me tons, dude. And they all tell me they have wives, they have children, they have businesses, and they want me to fuck them in the ass. Gays just come up to me. And I'm like, seriously? And you would never expect it. Super masculine, watch football, drink beer, smoke cigar, all that shit. And they're fucking super closet fags wanting to wear a fucking tranny panty and get fucked by a bussman like me.
That's weird. Dude.
So yeah, that's how people
I mean,
are.
I had a like a closet gay guy hit on me one time. I was like, dude, respectfully, back the fuck up. Like, you're barking at the wrong door. I didn't take it in a bad way.
No,
Maybe the
sure.
younger version of me would, but a professional.
You can't blame them because there's masculine men that look like you who are preach all this shit and are super gay in the background. It blow your mind, and then they go after him and they get him too. It's amazing. And I know you're not, but there's
crazy.
guys like that, dude. There's a lot, and it's sad because the whole society's all a fraud. All these fake ass masculine men out there think they're super hard as fuck. The minute it comes to some shit and gets hard or gangster, you have to grab something or do something, they're all running and calling the cops or hiding under a fucking bridge from you. You know how many times have I had to go check people that owe me money, go get stuff from someone that's hiding from me, or tell someone to their face what it is and they run cowering?
Why does that have to be that way? Like,
Too many
people
times.
take kindness for weakness.
It's so sad.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
I might not look that way or you might not look that way, but people like to test you and stuff. And then
was like the road rage dude who almost threatened to kill you the other day. Tried to block you, dude. Yeah, almost got smoked. You know, and he's trying to test you. He had no idea, throwing up gang signs and shit like you understand them or some
Yeah,
stupid
am I
shit.
supposed to know all of them? Like, yeah, I'm a you know, I know that, but
There's too many.
too many of them. I'm supposed to know the whole gang sign encyclopedia. Like,
Yeah.
and you stop in front of me on the middle of the freeway. Like, okay, cool. I guess today one of us gonna meet the Almighty.
Yeah.
And I'm going home.
Yeah, exactly.
It's dumb, dude. But like, you don't look apart.
That's what it is.
You're like a straight cholo, but I try to like just professional. You look just professional. People always like to test other people. I mean, men do it a lot, but that's how stuff happens. And I've seen it go sideways many, many, many times in life. Whether it's on the job, when I would arrive and I handle something, or in personal life, or just growing up. It's like stupidity causes a lot of issues. Alcohol,
Yeah.
drugs.
Bad.
Alcohol is bad. Alcohol is
one of the worst drugs ever. Alcohol and cigarettes. It's worse than other things.
You think alcohol is a drug?
Yeah, of course.
Why?
A drug's anything that changes your mind or body.
Yeah, alters the state.
Technically, yeah. Even caffeine. But alcohol's a very bad drug. That's one that kill you so fast. I've known so many alcoholics that had terrible lives. Dude, it's the same thing with
My
cigarettes.
dad was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
My uncle was an alcoholic.
Yeah. I have some of those in my family. I think one of my uncles still drinks every day, like a fifth of vodka. Feels all
A
fucked
fifth
up.
of vodka?
Yeah,
I can only imagine what his liver looks like.
Yeah, it's
Like
crazy.
my uncle died of cirrhosis, and
He's like almost 60 years old with a pistol in his back pocket, all tied out with a fifth of vodka, out selling used cars every day in the streets in the ghetto.
Jesus.
And I'm like, dude, you got to stop that shit. You're going to die soon. But he's depressed, you know, and anxiety and all that. So there's no hope. He has like 5 baby mamas. And his life's all fucked up. He's an alcoholic, a drug addict. So unfortunately, one of my uncles on the road for death and disaster. But there's nothing I or anyone could do because he don't want to change. And he's, you know, he's had a hard life, but he brought it upon himself. And he went to prison and he came out and was successful, and then he relapsed. He's the bad story of someone like me. And so I looked to my uncle and I'm like, you know what? I never want to be an alcoholic like you, and I never want to be a victim to that bottle and lose my life to that and have a terrible family and love life and kids like you do. So I watched it destroy him, just alcohol. Maybe he does a few other things, but mainly alcohol. And he smoked cigarettes. So then my grandpa, who smoked cigarettes, rest in peace, he died, but he had a tracheotomy. And he was so bad, he'd smoke cigarettes through the tracheotomy. Wow. And he lived to be somewhat old, but he suffered like a motherfucker. For the past 30 years of his life, he told me every day he wished he was dead because he was in so much pain.
30 years?
30 years of suffering. From 40 to 75 years old. 45 to 75 when he had the hole. Dude, so imagine 30 years of torture of your life. Then what the fuck you living for? It doesn't even matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
He told me every day he's pissed off. Every day hates life. And it fucking sucks. He wanted to die. He was stoked when he died. You know? So that's sad. Right?
That's a miserable way to live life.
Yeah, so that's alcohol and cigarettes just from my own family.
When it was legal.
When it was legal.
Again, you gotta digest it to these viewers.
Yeah, DEA, please don't call me again. I don't want to hear from you. I'm not on parole anymore. I'm not on none of those things. No house. There's no ankle bracelet on my ankle this time. None of that shit's happening. So just kick back on that idea. But no, I don't do anything illegal anymore. Even back then, it wasn't illegal. My partner did illegal ass shit and he got us fucked. But I didn't do anything illegal. That's why I didn't go to prison that time. So from a former addict, from a former drug dealer, from a former trapper, from a former distributor, it's no way to live, dude. It's no way to live. And from a psychological health standpoint, because I could speak from that too, because I have my degree in that, it's no way to treat your body. And even me, who, you know, now unfortunately has to take dabs every single day just to deal with all the damage I've done from drugs, it's still much less and at least a natural poison versus all the unnatural things that the doctors were prescribing and killing me with. So I've been to Pfizer Pharmaceuticals in Puerto Rico. I've been to Genentech Laboratories. I've been to Johnson & Johnson high-rises. I've been to all the biggest laboratories and drug manufacturers in the world. 1 for when I was in pharmaceutical marketing, then 2 for office liquidations. And I know how these drugs are compounded. I know the chemicals. I know the processes. And when you see how these places are built, they're basically just death plants and death machines. And they're printing out poison to control people either physically or mentally, or to numb them to just be a part of what they want society to be. And once that happens, these pharmaceutical giants are becoming so wealthy. You wouldn't imagine the billions and billions. They could buy nations, and then they're producing more and more factories and getting more and more people addicted. And ultimately, they'll be bigger than Coca-Cola or anyone in their way. And they'll have half the world on a mind control drug that they can't get off of. Just like
is not even, not that much better either.
well, they're
They've done
another
shady
drug.
shit
It's
too.
caffeine. Well, just
Sugar,
just
well,
like
like
fentanyl. You
yeah.
saw what fentanyl's doing to the streets, dude. It's fucking so sad. You've had to, seen people's lives lost. I've seen people die to that. It's fucking sad. And we have to both deal with that. I've dealt with dead lives of that in prison. You've dealt with dead lives in that in the streets. So we know what the drug pandemic's doing. And one of our former associates that we used to work with all the time, he's so fucked up, he's nodding out and smacking his head on the car. I'm sure fentanyl got him too. So, it's so fucking sad. People I really cared about, people I put in business, people I put in power, how drugs have killed them and took them out completely. Even to this day, I'm still fighting with that every day. And, but like karma, right? So that's my karma. So that's why I help people. And that's why I do what I do. I did so much bad to the community in helping promote these drugs, and now is my turn to help the community and rehabilitate people with these drugs and show them the long-term lasting effects of it and give them real life examples, real life places from the top to the bottom of how it's affected everyone I know. So yeah, there's no limit to the reach that the drugs have on this country and us in general, and people and me and myself. It's a real thing.
I think drugs are the worst thing that I can ever happen to anybody, man. And it's definitely not a one person. I think it's worse than somebody dying, because I've had an addict in my family for over 10 years now.
Yeah.
Who unfortunately I had to separate myself from. And hypothetically, right, or what usually happens when somebody passes away, it's a serious, significant grief, right? But
Yeah.
over time, it goes away. But when you have a person who's constantly hurting himself and hurting the family, because the family cares and loves that person, but when that person is hurting himself, the rest of the family suffers, and it's a continuous cycle over and over and over. Drug use, overdoses, arrests, over and over and over again. At some point, it becomes too much, man, too much. So yeah, as somebody who had to struggle with that, and my brother was one, and another family member still is, it definitely hurts every single person who loves and cares for you if you're a drug addict.
Oh yeah, and any addiction. There's other addictions that are super detrimental too, like gambling. Gambling addiction could ruin everything, just like drug addiction, even faster. So we got to remember for the gamblers out there too, it's a very dangerous thing.
And I never, honestly, dude, you like gambling?
No, I hate losing. So guess what? No, I get pissed when I lose. So I'm like, dude, I don't want to gamble because
I don't like gambling. It doesn't give me the same satisfaction. Like, it's cool. Like, I can gamble, a couple of hundred, couple of thousand, but that's it. I'm not gonna sit there for
just your whole
hours
savings.
and.
Dude, some people sweat 6 hours, 10 hours all day. I can't do it.
Yeah, overnight, staying up. No, I mean, maybe if you're good at it, the money is involved. Okay, I understand. I understand.
I gamble every day in business. That's enough.
That's a gamble, dude. That's a gamble.
That's a big gamble.
Yeah, you shake hands with somebody on a deal, and then they turn around and say, "Fuck you," and okay, there goes your money.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah.
It happens. You seen what happened to that dude? We've been dealing with two of them.
Yeah, one for you, one for me.
Yeah, both today.
Yeah.
Same story, just different place, right? I told you, you'll start understanding my stories.
One in this state, one in the other state.
Yeah.
How do you? What would you suggest to people out there who are listening? And I want to give them some entrepreneurial tips. When you go into business, when you're making deals specifically, like what should you be aware of, or how could you protect yourself when it comes to money getting involved for a business deal? Maybe to give them a story example, or like, for example, our policy, right? What's our policy? 150K payments up front.
Yeah.
And I hold that policy and you hold that policy.
Yeah, it's a great policy.
And certain team members that we had no longer with us, they didn't hold that policy, and then what happened? They would have to run around after people asking, trying to get that check back. No,
discounts.
That's a company policy. So sorry, and we've turned people down because they didn't want to obey that policy. Oh well,
and that's
bye-bye.
fine.
That's fine.
We don't need their business.
We don't need that business.
No,
that's a headache ready to be dealt with.
Just get pissed off all day, and then
so that's one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I never go back on that one. Nope, sorry.
I taught you good on that one, and you've never had issues ever.
Like once. But then you know what? Cool. I'll move on to the next one. Your order was not even that significant anyway. So
yeah, it was bullshit.
Sorry.
Oh man, there's so many rules. This is a really great question. We could talk about this one for a whole thing. Well,
chess, kind of like
as my boy Young Dolph says. Rule number 1: get the money.
Get the money.
Rule number 2: don't forget to get the fucking money. So that's what I have to say about the whole
It's the
thing.
second
Dude.
time.
Yeah, I live
heard
and I
that too,
breathe and
man.
I eat that shit and I preach that shit and
Money
it's
or
real as
product.
fuck. Yeah,
Money or product.
you got to get it every time. You know, money or product. Same as I told you yesterday. Go get those boosts immediately. Go get that. You capture. We made thousands of dollars as soon as we sell that. Great. If we didn't get it today, we would have been burnt, as you've seen, just like everything else that happened. So if you always have the money and you're control of the money, it's really hard for people to fuck you over. Sure, they could, but then guess what? You just don't pay them, and fine, we're even. Then same that they did to me at that one company. Then tried to hit me up. Oh, you owe me all this money. What the fuck? You took away all this stuff and changed all these things. The contract's broken. We're even now. All right. And they didn't like it, sure. But that's business, bro. And you don't change contracts on people, or it gives them a right under contract law to change the stipulations on you. And you must renegotiate the contract, or then it turns into civil law and you must go to court.
Yeah.
What happened on Monday? I won my civil court case. It's that piece of shit, pussy ass motherfucking bitch that tried to sue me in Orange County. Oh, who takes me to small claims court? My hour's worth more than $6,000 an hour. Dude tried to take me for $6,000 for the claims court. It was a fucking joke. I had all the evidence, all the proof. He had been paid. Deductions had been made. There it is. Gone, dismissed, and I was out. Didn't owe a penny. But the amount of time and aggravation and stress that people do because they think they're right, or they think they're going to get one up on you, or you may not show up, or they may get you on a technicality or some other bullshit. So that's how people think these days. It's so fucking unfortunate. So that's why you have to put a stop to that right when it happens, and make sure you have all your paperwork in line, your evidence, your photographs, your videos, your dates, your hours, your time, your money exchange, your witnesses of who was there, and know all of your situations in business at all time, and make sure you're in a comfortable and careful place in business to not get hurt. Because if you allow yourself to be exposed and get hurt, then you might as well prepare to die. Because it's very easy to take someone out in business if you allow yourself to be exposed. Like I told you, one big bad deal will ruin somebody. That bad deal that happened over there in Brea that's about to get shut down, that I'm taking care of from that dude, that deal shut him out of business, put him out of business. Can't even operate his trucks, can't operate nothing.
And that person has been given numerous opportunities.
Oh, months and months.
And over again, dude.
I've had to do his job for him to save his life several times. Eventually, I had enough, and I said, I'm not doing this. And this time, he lost his ass. So he lost every single dollar and some on top of that. And he's going to owe me and have things repossessed and lose his warehouse and who knows what more. One job fucked him out of business because he didn't fucking listen to me. He didn't pay attention. And he didn't do what he was supposed to do. So, yes, it's a scary-ass, dangerous game. And then once you get to that point, you get guys like me that tried to help you and do all the shit, and they get sick of it. Anyone would. Like, you know what, dude? You fucked up so much, I don't want to help you. Just like that family member that's a drug addict, just like that abusive girl or man, you know, you walk away and like, fuck this. It's enough, dude. Enough's just enough. People who put up with shit for a while.
Energy vampire.
Yeah, the energy vampire. You can put up with shit for a while, and eventually you're just like, dude, I don't give a fuck what it costs me. Even if I lose or go backwards, dude, it's less stress than what I'm going through. And we all feel that way at some point, and that's when you got to make the call. And I made that call for myself this last week. And I said, I don't care if I got to throw the weight of that warehouse too on my back and take it on and do everything else by my fucking self, but I'm going to do it. Because I know at the end of the day that I'm going to be successful and that it's going to be done right. And to me, that is the takes to be successful. It's recognizing when things are going wrong and doing what you have to do to make them go right yourself.
Yeah, in every unfortunate situation, there's a seed of opportunity.
Yeah,
for successful.
Out of every tragedy comes great opportunity. There it is.
That's what's happening right now. That's sort of what we're in right now. Our industry, like what commercial real estate is collapsing. I mean, we see it. We're in front and center right there, dude. watching it collapse
every day, big time. And anyone who says the economy's not going to take a huge turn, out of their fucking mind. So every day I move huge corporate America and governments, and I know what's going on, and big commercial collapses coming. More than half of American offices are vacant. Commercial buildings aren't being renewed on their mortgages, and building owners are suffering on property taxes with low vacancies. Their overhead is high. Their profit margins are low, if not negative, and no company could sustain over an elongated period of time of a negative cash flow, especially in a commercial building where it's quite expensive to operate. And these buildings, you know, so each building is $250,000 just the power every month. It's just electricity to run it. Imagine you have 10 of those, $2.5 million a month, not running any revenue with no tenants. What the fuck are you doing?
Just a fraction.
Dude, and in 10 months, you lose $25 million. You're out.
Yeah. Well, We
It
were
goes
like,
that fast.
we were in Chicago just a month ago. What we saw. It's kind of sad. And it's like that in every metropolis.
Every metropolis.
Yeah, whether it's here or a different state or.
Yes. So that's our job, is to, get all these people and help these companies restructure, resize, and take in this huge collapse and the economic crunch that everyone's feeling. You think everyone would be downsizing if they'd have tons of absorbent money like the dot-com days or right
No.
after recession when Trump was president the first time? No. People are hurting under Biden. People are hurting under this presidency. And I don't care what side of the line you're on. I really don't, because I'm not on either side. But the point is, you got to do what's best for you in this country. You got to do what's best for America. You got to do what's best for business and commerce and jobs and community and industry, regardless what side you're on. And that's what is not happening right now. And it's really unfortunate that there's no bipartisanship anymore. There is no unity in this country. There's a huge divide. Red hates blue, blue hates red, green is all the way in the middle. It's all bad. So we have to come together as a people and a community to change the way business and industry is done, or else, mark my words, it'll only be you and me talking to a bunch of people at home, and artificial intelligence and robots are going to replace 90% of all the jobs in America.
Dude, right now.
And everyone will be living in a condominium
Yes.
as a freaking robot somewhere doing nothing.
What did I tell you today about Thailand or about Bali or something? Bro, if you're smart enough nowadays to figure out a business that can make you a couple of thousand,
Yes.
let's say 3,000 a month,
Yes.
you can buy a mansion, a luxury mansion in like somewhere in Indonesia, in Bali, or in Thailand, and just live a baller lifestyle off of that. And you actually can. Here's the funny thing: me and my buddy calculated the cost. You can live there and you can save money. You can save money by living in a different country as a king than living here, just based on the cost.
If you
Not
could,
to yeah.
yeah, if you do it wirelessly,
If
yeah.
if you figure out a
Yeah,
business.
yeah,
And
yeah.
right now, e-commerce is crazy.
That's
and then
what
you
we
have
do.
artificial intelligence coming up. And
Oh.
we have VAs.
We
Bro,
have
they're
VAs.
hiring
Best
it,
thing
customer
ever.
service assistants
Best thing
on a
ever.
flat screen TV where McDonald's or
Yeah,
somewhere.
we're doing that.
From a different country
Oh,
for
we're
a
doing
few
it.
dollars.
We're doing it, dude.
Instead of paying a person $20 to fucking
Fuck
get your
that.
order wrong.
Yeah, fuck that. I
It's
hate
ridiculous.
them.
You order a fucking cheeseburger and they
it's
still
always
manage
wrong.
to
Yesterday
fuck it
they
up.
fucked it up at Farmer Boys again.
Oh.
Yesterday, I had to wait while Cameron ate his whole burger. I had to wait there until it was ready.
Oh my god.
And I told the lady, I said, I can't wait till artificial intelligence replaces your job. She said, excuse me. I said, you heard me right.
Dude, a robot will put it together better. They've tested in Japan already. They did like a
Fuckers, dude.
data study, and like only like one out of like thousands of
I hate
orders
grunt
was
labor.
wrong.
I hate grunt labor. They ruin the economy. We need skilled labor. and
Skilled
that's
labor,
it.
yeah.
And we need
Skilled labor.
automation. That's what we need. Skilled labor and automation. And we need to bring jobs back to America. That's what we need
Yes,
to do. We need
yes.
to educate our people. We need to put people back in school. That's what needs to happen.
I'll argue you there.
No.
School is all corrupt right now.
Well, guess what? You got to at least have a bachelor's degree. If not, you're not
We gotta
gonna be a
bring
high-
back
you're
the
not gonna be-
hands-on jobs, make those jobs popular. Get plumbing, electrician, construction, all those jobs that other countries use
You
to
can't,
keep the economy floating.
You can't, because
keep the morale.
all those people require really high wages. No business will pay it. I'd rather pay people in Mexico to do it.
That's true. But
Every
we can't
business.
feeding other countries. Okay, Mexico, yeah, but we
Money,
can't be
dude.
feeding other countries like overseas.
They-
You know what country I'm talking
Oh,
about?
yeah, yeah.
Well,
But-
while this country is dying from the
No,
inside.
yeah.
And then you have what? Red and blue always hated each other for
Yeah.
decades. But the problem is they have right now that this administration ruined one very important thing: entrepreneurial bravery. Because they're so shitty, they don't care about businesses, they don't care about free market economy, they want to pocket the money.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurs nowadays, they don't want to buy buildings, they don't want to lease buildings, they don't want to build businesses because they're scared. Can you blame them? You can't. You can't. So hopefully somebody good comes into the White House again who can give us entrepreneurs more bravery and show that, okay, the economy at least for the next 4 years will be somewhat steady.
Well, I'll tell you what. After Trump was president last time, I was president of Matrix. And as soon as he changed the tax laws in 2017, our company saved 35% on what we're going to pay for federal taxes. We were able to hire 15 more people. We were able to get a company BMW i8 luxury car for advertising and marketing. We were able to do our first commercial. And we took the company internationally and started doing deals back then with China. And we were importing from China all kinds of things and distributing it at really low tariffs. And it was a huge profit for America. So we were importing from there. We were building and installing in America, and we were saving Americans money. And then we were taking the used and manufacturing and shipping it back overseas and shipping out American economic goods to all over Asia. So he created this nice circular economy that was amazing, and it all happened thanks to the Trump tax cuts. And I was there. I was a businessman in business in 2007. I could tell you this for a fact. Helped our company make millions of more dollars. So can policy and influence and taxation and tariffs and economy affect? Sure, it changes everything, especially for an importer or exporter like me. It's life-changing for a company, and it creates jobs, community, and houses and families and kids, and everything's been born because of what I created. And you see them still in the warehouse these days, decade later, saluting me from what happened back then. So it's nice, dude. It changes people's lives, and it makes loyalty, and it creates family. And that's what policy does. And if you do the right policies and change, unlike this insane taxation, this terrible workers' comp, this terrible governor that we have, and all the things that are happening and destroying our businesses and moving all companies out of California. How do I know? Because I'm the guy moving all the companies out of California. So if anyone knows what Gavin Newsom's
what do we
doing
do?
in this country,
We move companies.
we throw everyone out of California, say goodbye, take all your business and economy and people out of your good skilled jobs and ideas, and we're going to let all the homeless in and that run rampant and mental health and terrorists coming in from the Middle East through unsecured borders that could have easily been secured. And no catch and release policy and all these terrible things that are happening.
Bro, just between the two of us, we can confidently say from what we see, right? You just mentioned all of that. From the top to the bottom of what's happening. The top is leaving, the bottom is getting larger.
Huge.
I see it on the streets, right?
Huge.
And you see it in business, and it's crazy. That you want it in reverse.
Yeah.
In other states, it's in reverse. They send the trash out. I mean, dude, Venezuela, you see what they did? They have the lowest murder rate right now. You know why? Because they did the same exact thing Castro did in the 70s to Miami. They emptied up all their asylums, and they cleared out all their prisons. Guess where the people went? To our border. Here, to this country. I mean, look at numbers. The lowest murder rate, bro. Genius. I mean, I hate that, but genius. Same thing Castro did to Miami. That's why in the 70s and 80s, Miami was a war zone. Cocaine cowboys.
Yeah.
So, and then look at our data. Our crime rates. Horrible. Yeah.
Things got to change. It's unfortunate, and law enforcement doesn't have the power it needs. And even me, who isn't all for law enforcement, it's sad that our people in uniform can't even get the protection they need to protect their own lives or to do their jobs. They're getting charged with kidnapping for trying to arrest someone who's attacking someone. It's insane. So there's lawlessness. California is the Wild West. You have to stay with the gun. You have to stay armed. You have to stay with people, or else you may get killed out here. It's a fucked up world. It's a fucked up place. But I've seen a lot of people die recently, and so have you. And it's a fucked up world. How about the CEO, the Cash App guy who got killed right down the street from me? I watched him get stabbed and murdered by a transient. I was in the hotel smoking a blunt out my window, and that fool got killed. The fucking news came all of a sudden.
That's crazy. There's another CEO that I know. I'm not gonna say the name. He got kidnapped, and luckily he was trained enough to be able to escape.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah.
No, it's sad. So we want to change, what's going on, but we can't. We can't change everything. So all we could do is create our little safe haven that we can, help the people who want to change, and hopefully create a movement that will change a lot. That's all we can do. It's a fucked up world. It's a fucked up place, and it's not getting any better. And it's going to be a lot worse before it gets a lot better. And then hopefully we'll be part of the change that makes it a lot better.
All right. Well, let's close it off on a good note.
Yeah.
Give him. I want to say, give me your honest prediction in the next, let's say, 4 years as far as entrepreneurship goes. But I want to say, give him a positive, give him a hopeful message, but don't deviate from the truth. Be honest. Like, what do you think? For young, starting up entrepreneurs, for entrepreneurs out there, you've been in business for 20 years. Like, what do you think?
I think it's the best time ever for business. So I'll talk on a positive note, right?
This is a bunch of shit happening, but I think it's a great time for business.
It's freaking great, right? So I love it. So I'm excited out of all the chaos, because out of all the chaos comes opportunity. And this is the beautiful thing about it. If things were calm, if things were boring, if nothing was happening right now, it'd actually be pretty hard to make money. And there'd be a lot of stability, which is great, but also a lot of structure, which means a lot of other companies or historical companies or people that have constantly serviced or helped people would have those contracts or places or those clients. Well, now all that's been disrupted because number one, the baby boomer population is dying, getting sick and falling. Now you see one of our best friends,
disappearing.
Our uncle right there had 2 tumors cut out of his back. Other dude, it's in Seattle we're talking to, can barely walk. He's on a walker. Abe Goldstein just had a heart replacement. Other dude in Texas could barely drive his car, the old cowboy. These are all legendary liquors. The other one, yep, that dude is barely getting around. He's having problems too.
That means there's thousands of boring businesses out there.
There it is.
Opportunities.
There it is. You can't be scared to work. It doesn't matter if it's accounting, if it's furniture, if it's podcast, if it's car wash, if it's laundromat. Do something. Get out there and learn, but make sure it's profitable. Because there's a lot of scams. There's a lot of bullshit. There's a lot of people who say, oh, I've had this business for 20 years and it's successful and here's my numbers. But there is no business without them. You know, that's what it comes out. A lot of people are the business themselves. Yeah. So you have to be really weary as an investor and an entrepreneur and a young up and coming millennial or Gen Z or person like us who wants to actually make something of themselves to not fall for these traps and pitfalls. Because I've seen them all. I've heard of them all and I've been through them. Alex has learned a lot of them and we see them every day. But once you find a legit business, a legit thing, such as office interiors, commercial design, and assets. I mean, you know, we're working with the IIDA, Metropolis Magazine, Interior Design, Architectural Digest. All these people do what we do, write on what we say, recognize us, billion-dollar companies, Hayworth, Herman Miller, Steelcase, all sitting on the products that they sell and advertise. So we stand behind a brand. We stand behind an image. We stand behind a quality that's well known and recognized all over the world and is practiced by millions of people and utilized by everyone on earth, which is interiors and furniture. So do I know furniture is legit business? Yes. But how you do it is what it's about. So the way I've shown you how to do it so far, some retail, some wholesale, a little bit of design, a little bit of relocation, logistics, these are the things that make you successful. I can say, okay, given proof, this creates this profit margin. This creates this. ABC equals D. There's certainty in it. Now, what there is no certainty is how much effort or skills or charm or charisma you have behind and within yourself to take that industry and that knowledge and that business and make it excel. You know, luckily you've done tremendous and you're on the track for $1 million your first year, which will be amazing. We hit that goal or close to it. And your second year, even larger. But not everyone can do that. Not everyone has the work ethic. Not everyone has the heart, the guts, the determination, the follow through. So that's really what it takes, you know. But for the ones that do, for the entrepreneurs out there who have that spirit, who have that mindset, and who are excited to grow and seek opportunities, please contact Alex. You know, contact me, whoever you'd like to contact Purpose Over Pleasure, and see what we can do for you. See how you'd be a fit within our company, because we have, as you know, Alex, people from all levels. We have people starting out, moving, barely learning how to organize stuff. We have people master installers. We have guys starting out investing. We have silent partners. We have dudes who are starting to swap meets and want to do little stands. We have dudes doing full-on trade show presentations with us to the billion-dollar corporates at the Apple and Google levels. So we have all different levels, you know, and we're happy. That's what I'm doing now in my point in my career. I'm happy to inspire entrepreneurs and help them with the mindset and the idea to really make something of themselves and be something. And remember that you must be every day all that you can be.
Oof, mic drop.
Yeah, there we go. And that concludes this.
That gave me hope, bro.
Yeah, there we go. Let's go. Yeah. You know, that's what we do.
Nah, it's gonna be a good run, man. It's gonna be a good run because you have to stay optimistic.
Yeah, you have to, dude. It's hard. There's ups and downs. We go through them all the time. But as long as you hit that down, you come back up even higher. That's what makes you great. That's greatness.
Ride the wave. What do you always say? Ride the momentum.
Ride the momentum. Keep it going. I feel the momentum always. It gives me chills, and I don't ever let it fall. I keep it going.
Stay in the flow.
Stay in it, dude. Stay in that flow. Water, be like water, and always flow and always go. Never stop.
I like that.
Yep.
Well, there you have it, guys. So I hope that inspired you. He told you guys how to contact us. I think he's not lying. You know, you can fit in with your area of expertise anywhere. There's different things you can do, and if you're open to it, we can teach. So definitely follow us, contact us, reach out to us, and subscribe to this channel so you can stay, you know, up to date with all our content and information. And don't be shy. Get out there and give it your best. It's the best advice we can give them.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
See you guys next time. Peace.